Okay, so now if you'd like to get yourself into a comfortable position, wherever you are sitting down, making sure you're comfortable and you're going to be here for the next 10 to 15 minutes. And I want you to straighten the back, relax your shoulders, and when you're ready, you can close your eyes and you can begin breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Choosing to slow down right now. And now I want you to take one deep breath in, holding it in, holding in this deep breath, holding it in, feeling your body expanded, holding it in, and letting it go with a big sigh. Once more, breathing in deeply, holding it in, and letting it go with a big sigh. And last one, breathing in deeply, feeling yourself connecting with this breath, connecting with your body, connecting with the present moment as you hold it in, and letting it go with a big sigh. And now I'd like you to imagine yourself in a new setting. I'd like you to imagine yourself at the foot of a mountain, one that's not too big. And this is a beautiful opportunity for you to go hiking. And the weather outside is sunny, it's warm, it's actually a little bit hot, but you know, as you move into this tree-covered mountain, the shade gives you cover. And there's a light wind that moves by you just to keep you cool. And in this, it's such a welcoming environment, such a nice weather. And with you is your hiking partner. It's your 6 or 7-year-old self trying to imagine this little you. Trying to imagine them at 6 or 7 years old and seeing them next to you. What do they look like? What are they wearing? What do they have on their face? As in, is it a smile? Is it concern, apprehension? Imagining yourself, your 6 or 7-year-old self, standing there next to you. And before we begin to go up this mountain, I want you really to accept how your inner child behaves, how they're going to be, what they're going to say and what they're going to do. You feel a light breeze caress against your skin, and you look towards your inner child, and you both are ready to start hiking. And you look at this mountain. Once again, it's not too big, just the right amount. Not too small, not too big, and you begin to start walking. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. You're becoming more connected with the space around you. You're seeing the types of trees, the green, the lush green. And as the wind moves through the leaves, you can hear the rustling. And as you continue to walk, There are pockets of sunlight that come through and warm parts of your body. And you look up in appreciation towards the sun. And you continue walking, continuing to breathe into the nose and breathing out through the mouth. You become aware of your inner child, little one following along with you, 6 or 7-year-old. And you see them, and they're somewhat motionless. They're just moving along. There's no judgment made towards this, just an acceptance for who they are right now. And you do your best to focus on being present with where you are. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Noticing yourself moving up small rocks along the trail. Hearing some birds singing along the way. Breathing into the nose and being aware of all that's around you. And as you continue moving up, you're about halfway there, halfway up the mountain, and you're starting to become a little tired. You notice that there are fewer trees covering the midday sun, and you've already had all your water and you're beginning to become a little tired, feeling some exhaustion coming in. And you look back and you see your inner child, little one, 6 or 7-year-old, even more tired, yet they seem to not be very open to you. They seem to be a little distant. You ask them if they're all right, and they mumble, saying, yes. Once again, just being present with how you're feeling, being present with this, and continuing to breathe into your nose. And breathing out through the mouth. And as you're moving up this mountain, there's some doubt, actually, some concern, even a little bit of fear that you may not be able to make it to the top. Noticing your energy beginning to drop. Continuing to breathe into your nose as you accept that what you're feeling, what's happening inside you right now. The sun that was once such a welcomed warmth is now a burden. You're almost wishing for more trees and more winds, more water. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And as you're overthinking to a certain point, you hear a loud shout in the background behind you. And immediately you turn around and all the fear about you is gone, and you now look behind you. And you see this little 6, 7-year-old crouched down holding their ankle. And they're in tears, trying to hold it back and behave tough. But you can see they just injured their ankle. Breathing into the nose, and you feel a sense of responsibility for this, but you don't want to admit it. As if you could have paid more attention to them and made sure they were safe. Welcoming whatever you're feeling, breathing into the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And this little one, the 6 or 7-year-old, says to you that they can't continue walking. It's too painful. And because of the mountain trail itself, you're not allowed to go back down. You have to continue going up to the top to go all the way to the bottom. And this causes you some concern, but you look inside your little child's eyes, this little one, and you realize there's only one thing you can do. And even though there's fear inside you and concern, you decide, I must. And you pick up this little child and you put him around your shoulders and you begin to carry them. Continuing to breathe into the nose and breathe out through the mouth. You're so aware of the exhaustion that you're experiencing and thinking, how am I going to bring this child up? And you continue to walk, and you can hear the slight whimpering of this child on your shoulders, their mouth right next to your ear. And you continue to climb, and you climb, and you climb. It feels like it's an eternity to the top. And as you're breathing and you're beginning to lose hope, something comes up inside you. This belief that seems to have come from nowhere. I can do this. I believe I can make it to the top. And what was once quite a quiet, almost silent whisper of belief becomes a little bit louder. You begin hearing this echo inside your mind. I believe I can do this. I can make it to the top. I believe I can make it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for me, and I'm going to do it for my little one, for my inner child. And with each time you state this, you declare this, you move a little bit faster, finding energy you didn't realize you had, and you begin to move faster. Almost as if you're now playing a game. There's a slight smile comes on your face as you've lost track of this idea that you had. You were tired. The sun is now part of the game, trying to tire you out, but you can't be tired. And this belief that you can make it to the top gets louder and louder, almost as if it's cheering you on. There's no one around you except the birds, but you're sure the birds are cheering you on too. And as you get closer to the top, you've completely forgotten about how tired you were, and all you can hear, all you can feel, all you can see is this belief and this energy that says, yes, yes, I can. Breathing into your nose, opening up the chest, allowing the heart to open, and feeling this excitement, feeling this energy moving up inside you. I believe I can, I believe I can, I believe I can. And now the trees begin to get smaller and the shrubbery begins to grow a little bit bigger, and you can see there are fewer trees around you, more bushes, more small plants, and this, you know, means you're almost at the top, and you think, oh my goodness, I've almost made it. I've almost made it. And with joy, with glee, with excitement, you begin to move even faster, finding energy reserves you didn't know you had, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. With one last push of the legs, you reach the top, and there's no one here but you and this little one on your back. Breathing in deeply, holding this breath in, and you let go a big sigh. I can't believe I made it. And once again, a few whimpers come out from behind you, a reminder that you were carrying this child all along. You'd forgotten in your excitement. And now all of your attention and energy goes on to this little one. You so gently put him or her down onto a rock where they can rest. Catching your breath, you see them looking at you with this intense expression. You look back at them, you hold their gaze. Breathing in through the nose. And And you see them opening their mouth, getting ready to speak. And there's a slight puzzled look on your face as you can feel the whole mood change. You can feel everything shift. You continue to breathe with anticipation of what they'll say next. I was afraid. I was afraid I wasn't going to make it. But not just now. My whole life, I've been afraid, and no one was ever there for me. And when I hurt my ankle, the fear of not being able to make it to the top, it was so much worse because I felt helpless. But when you took me on your back and you took me to the top, I knew you cared for me. I knew that someone was there for me, to support me, when I couldn't support myself, when I was afraid, lost, and helpless. You were there for me. A few tears begin to run down this little child's face. They look down at the floor. You're speechless. And they look back up at you. And they say, thank you. Thank you. You've shown me that I can trust you, that I can believe in you, that you'll be there for me when I need you, even when it's hard for you, even when it's painful. Throughout all the discomfort, through all the pain, you show me that you'll be there for me. A pause comes in, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And at the same time, you both reach out your arms and you hug each other. Being present in this embrace, in this connection. Feeling this. Opening up your shoulders, opening up your heart. Feeling the connection with this little one inside you. At the moment, there's not two, but there's one. You feel so connected. This moment seems to last for hours, for days. Time moves away. And just as you're lost in it, your inner child begins to slowly pull away. And with a little smile, they look at you and they say, come on. And almost immediately, he stands up, she stands up, feeling healed. And they grab your arm before you can even have any time to think. And they begin running with you, pulling you. And you begin to fly down the mountain now. And you're running with this exhilaration, letting yourself open up to this, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. You begin to run down this mountain with this child, who now seems to be so much more of a child than ever before. You can hear them giggling and you begin to follow along. You can see them smiling. And you become overwhelmed with emotion, so present like never before with this beautiful being. And you can continue to fly down. Time doesn't matter. What's going to happen, past, future, nothing matters. You're so grateful, and this moment seems to last an eternity. And finally, you get to the bottom, and there's this rush of emotion, and you shout out, yes, yes, with all this excitement. And you look around, slightly confused now and puzzled. You look around for your little one, the inner child, and they're nowhere to be found. Before slight fear comes in, though, you feel a sensation in your heart. At first, a light knocking, and then it grows a little bit more until all of your attention is onto your heart. And now, putting both of your hands on your heart, breathing into the nose and breathing out through the mouth, you hear a message from your heart saying, I am here. And you know now that your inner child is connected to you from a place of love. Breathing into the nose and breathing out through the mouth, you feel peace wash over you. You feel a calmness, and you feel a tremendous gratitude, a love that you never felt before, a wholeness, a fullness, a completedness. And you extend as much gratitude as you can to this little child inside of you that now lives in your heart, saying as many times as you can, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for showing me, reminding me how to love, how to connect. Breathing into the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Taking these moments to be in the stillness and silence of this present moment. Taking one deep breath in now, holding it in, holding it all that you're feeling, all that you are, holding it in, and letting it go with one big sigh. And when you're ready, wiggling the fingers and wiggling the toes, gently, gently, gently waking up the body. Coming back into reality. And when you're ready, when you're ready, opening your eyes, feeling fresh and new. Taking these moments now to be kind and gentle to yourself. Not choosing to rush into anything, not even rush into a thought. What's most important is that you remind yourself that there is an inner child. There's a little one inside you, always looking, seeking connection. They are a ball of love, of play, of joy. And they can also be a ball of fear. Now it is my experience that what we can do is we can become the parent in our child's life. The one the child that lives inside of us. And just like when they became hurt, as they hurt their ankle, they've become hurt so many times in the past from things that, when we look back at, seem meaningless, but this is from the eyes of the adult. And as we become parents to our inner child, we choose to pick them up, even though it's uncomfortable, challenging, painful for us as adults. It's nothing compared to what the inner child, the innocent one, the naive, the caring, the loving, the trusting one has experienced. So in these moments of love and connection towards your inner child, remember you can always be the parent to the little one inside you.